No need to shut down a smartphone. Why? During a recent training session, a student asked me if it was necessary to shut down a mobile smartphone occasionally, to which I said no. My experience is that I can have my phone running for weeks or months without having any denigration to its performance or its battery. On doing some research on the internet and also on YouTube, I've found that my advice is contrary to what a lot of other people believe. But further research indicated there are quite a few people that run their phones for months, if not years, without ever shutting them down. Why the difference? I can't speak for others that run their phones for prolonged periods of time, but in my case, it could be because if something goes wrong in certain areas of my phone, I restart that particular area only, not restart the entire phone. In my case, the main area that sometimes causes problems are Wi-Fi and mobile connections and specific apps. I'll shortly describe how particular areas can be restarted quickly and easily without having to restart the whole phone. My analogy for this is if something goes wrong with particular electrical appliance in your house, you don't switch off the power to the whole house, you only switch off the power to that particular appliance. It could be argued that there are certain background and operating system parts of a smartphone that can go wrong, which requires the whole phone to be rebooted. My experience is that this very rarely is the case. Because phones are designed to operate 24 hours a day, 365 days per year, their operating systems mostly automatically handle anything that can go wrong. Restarting Wi-Fi and mobile connections. This is very easily done by simply switching to on aeroplane mode, waiting a few seconds, and then switching it back off again. This process is much faster than switching off your phone and starting it again. Aeroplane mode can be switched on most phones by touching its icon on the quick panel, which is accessible by two-finger swiping down from the top of the home screen, or swiping down from the top of the home screen to bring up the notification screen, then swiping down from the top of the notification screen. Force stop specific apps. If you're having trouble with a specific app, such as it is not responding, you can force stop that app only without having to restart the whole phone. Again, this is easy and quick. It is often mistakenly believed that you can do this from the recently used app screen. However, this only removes the app from the recently used app screen. It does not stop the app. To force stop a running app, you go into the phone setting and then the app settings, then touch on the forced stop icon. An example of an app that needs stopping and stopping it. The example of an application that's not responding. In this case, it's Firefox browser. I went to this particular PDF page and I started reading it and it wasn't working. I went back to here and now it won't even go there if I touch it. Multiple times, it won't go there. So what can I do? There's something wrong. Normal thing would be to shut down the phone and start it up again, but not necessary. What I can do instead is go to settings, go to applications, top here, applications, apps. In my case, it shows the recently used app, which is Firefox. Go into that, force it to stop. Okay, so I've stopped the application. Haven't had to reboot the phone. Go back to the menu, Start Firefox again. Okay. Go to the links to the page where I've had there. Touch it. Sorry, it does open it. There we are. Just a bit slow. And it's working now. Okay. Whereas before, touch it 1,000 times, it wasn't working. So that's just to show you how an app freezes or something goes wrong with it. There's obviously a bug in this app when it calls up a PDF viewer and it doesn't work. But rather than having to reboot the phone, I've just stopped that application, force stopped the application and restart it again.